Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
What's up, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Race to 100. I'm Neil Batang.
I'm Rich Thorcell, and we are on episode number 61.
And today we are going to talk about something very interesting.
We always talk about something really interesting.
We always do, but this is especially interesting.
Why is
because
that?
This is going to be a Rich Thorcell-dominated conversation. So
don't give away the plot, man.
News came out that Hillary beat the case, y'all. This is
Wait, is this the case against her killing the soldiers with her bare hands?
No,
Is this the case against her killing all those soldiers in Benghazi?
No.
Oh man, what case is this?
I guess Hillary Clinton was able to beat this entire email scandal.
Emails?
Trending
What?
In the internet via social media. Yeah, some emails sent on a private server that were deemed irresponsible by the FBI, and our government will not be held against her in the court of law. She will not be indicted for her negligence.
Oh my goodness, how is this country going to survive without the rule of law anymore?
Man, I'm kind of happy I was able to say that like smoothly without like tripping over my words.
And without me interrupting you.
You know that political stuff kind of makes me nervous while I'm on camera.
I totally understand.
So, Rich, man, a lot of people have been saying things. They've been talking a lot.
A lot of people have been saying things.
They've been talking about the disparity within our criminal justice system. If this would have been any other politician, do you believe that they would have been indicted?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
This is one of those things where the Republican wing of American politics has been very aggressive in saying this is a abuse of power. This is a manipulation of our political system, and this just proves that she is yet doing another thing that is untrustworthy to the American public. The reality is, in the scope of what politicians do to get ahead, setting up your own private email server in which there was no collateral damage, they can argue, oh, well, the Chinese might have intercepted her emails, and they might have caused a terrorist attack on America because of that. There has been no evidence whatsoever, and there's been this continual perpetuation of this lie over and over again that her actions just betray this sense of secrecy and deception that she wants to impose on the rest of the country. And that, as a result, has caused her to be the most unfavorable politician in America, second to the one and only Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. And that's what we've seen with this presidential race. We've never seen more unfavorable candidates at the peak of their administrations within steps or months from becoming president of the United States.
And you want to know why, though? Because, again, 25 years in public service, Republicans have always seen her as a threat. And they have always sought to discredit her, as was the Gingrich Revolution, in which minute things that should not have impacted national security or the national well-being were brought into play and then categorized in a way that made that person seem incompetent or unable to perform their duties. When the reality is, what they do and what they propose, look at what Bill Clinton did. Despite all the negative publicity about what Bill Clinton was doing in office, he managed to give us this surplus in our budget for the first time in God knows how many years. And then Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State, there's what has she done? As a senator, what has she done? And all of this. You look at her record, the things that she has accomplished as a politician, as a lawyer, and as a human being for civil rights and human dignity has been beyond what any other person in America could have done. Barack Obama is right when he says there is no one more qualified to be president of the United States than Hillary Clinton. That is damn true.
So it sounds like, Rick, basically, your issue, my brother, is that you don't like right-wing folk, conservative folks that blow out of proportion the wrongdoings of those to the left and fail to acknowledge all they've accomplished.
I think when
in a nutshell,
when it boils down to it, yes, I
Okay.
think that is precisely what you do. When you look at the actions and behaviors of somebody like Donald Trump, who is the Republican standard bearer, and who many of the Republicans who are criticizing Hillary Clinton are condemning, what he has done is infinitely more damaging and more devious and more wrong in every conceivable way than what Hillary Clinton has ever done. When you ask, what actions has Hillary Clinton done to endanger or to make worse the lives of Americans, you cannot point to a specific example. You can give these abstract theories, but when it comes down to it, when you point out Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, what have they done to make the country worse? All of it is talking points. All of it comes down to effing talking points, and it is the most frustrating thing as somebody who has studied politics his whole life and who understands that to be an effective politician, one is never perfect. One is always going to make mistakes, and that regardless of how small your mistake is, the other side, if given enough time, can portray you as a demon and Satan. And that is wrong. I'm just saying, man. Like this is something we went through with when we talked about Bernie Sanders too. Is like, dude, this is one of the most frustrating things. Is that people, the American voter, is not informed. When you ask policies positions, when you ask specifically what sort of legacy are they going to leave based off of what they have done already, not what the talking points are, but what the statistical information gives you. That is the important part. Hillary Clinton her economic plan, along the lines of Bill Clinton, will create jobs because what he did as president also created jobs. Whereas you have Republicans who say it was crazy on the Sunday morning talk show. It's like, okay, so we have this problem in Syria. There was a Senator Tom Cotton who said we have this problem in Syria, and Chuck Todd, who I cannot stand, by the way. I think he's an awful commentator. I'm gonna keep
shout out to Chuck Todd.
This is fun.
He doesn't mean that. We hope you watch us.
So Chuck Todd interviews him and says, what would you do different than what Hillary Clinton is proposing in Syria? And he says, I would do more and talk less. That was his answer. That was all he said. I would do more and talk less. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, and that is the attitude that people take. I would do more and talk less. I would do something different than her. And when it comes down to it, when they have to articulate their positions, when Republicans have to articulate their positions, it is the exact same thing as what Hillary Clinton would propose, and that is wrong. That is disingenuous, and that is just insane to me that people would actually buy into that.
Do you want to travel with me during the election week?
Yeah, dude.
You want to go to the Dominican Republic?
Are we gonna stay there if it turns out a certain way?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Riggs, you put that was very well put together. I wish I could talk off the cuff like you when it comes to politics, but I'm just going to be honest with you guys. You know how people say, like, this election is kind of like choosing which STD you'd rather have? Like, seriously, because the candidates are so unfavorable. That's kind of how I feel right now. I don't know who I would vote for. I don't know what I would be voting for. Malcolm X has this thing where politicians are all crooks, and the difference between them is like comparing a wolf to a fox, and the wolf represents the conservative who would aggressively attack you directly, and the fox represents the Democrat who would indirectly attack you.
Attack your friend until he
exactly. But they're all the same, and in my life, I've only seen two political candidates that were really for the people, in my personal opinion. Both of whom got my vote and will not be president in the next 4 months. I'm not going to say on camera.
Why not? I mean, we all know one of them's Bernie Sanders.
Shout out to the bird, man. It's too bad you couldn't get the job done, but that's just how I think about politics. Yeah. So I've heard of people doing it in life, like going to Mexico or going to somewhere in the Caribbean or overseas, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the Dominican Republic during the election week because I don't want to be here for all the chaos and controversy. So yeah, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for more episodes / access to Race to 100. None of this would be possible without you guys. And I also want to applaud my co-host Rick Gazelle for killing rhetoric regarding the whole Hillary Clinton email scandal. Man, you killed it. That was definitely pretty tough.
I predict a substantial amount of comments disagreeing with me pretty vehemently. But regardless, that is truly how I feel just experiencing that. Yeah. I have so much more to say, but what I will say from here on out is we will catch you next time, hopefully, on the Race to 100.